Welcome to Exploring with Jim, you guys. I am on Route 66. I'm on a quest to document abandoned Route 66. This year it's the 100th anniversary of Route 66. My grandparents from both sides of the family came across Route 66, and now I'm gonna go across Route. I'm gonna do Route 66. We're gonna go from Texas to California on a live stream, you guys. This has never been attempted before. It's a long ways, it's thousands of miles, but we're gonna do live Route 66 from Texas to California. Today, I'm in the town of Glen Rio. Glen Rio was featured in the movie The Grapes of Wrath. Henry Fonda was at Glen Rio. Let's jump on the bike and we're gonna see the abandoned Route 66. Are you ready? Let's go. Most important thing is a motorcycle bike pump, so tire pump, sorry. So this is all live, you guys. We're gonna get lost together. We're going to, we'll have some incidents along the way. It's gonna be a little clunky. We may get lost. We may see things we don't expect. But I can tell you one thing, we're definitely gonna have some adventures together. So strap on your helmet and let's go. This is our first stop, you guys. This is an abandoned gas station right outside of Glen Rio. Let's take a look at this first. So the old alignment of Route 66 is over there. This is like the 1950s alignment here. And then there's the new freeway. So there's three alignments of traffic going towards Santa Monica. Let's just take a look at this place right off the bat. This is our first stop. We are in Texas. We are in Texas. What type of station this is, I'm not really sure. There's a lot of Route 66 historians that'll tell you the history of every building, but we're just here to document exactly what's left. It's the 100th year anniversary of Route 66. And I want to get on film everything that's left at the 100-year anniversary. So this is our first stop. I know, it's pretty crazy. Some sort of gas station. My guess, there was a wall heater right there. And we'll jump on the bike and we'll get going. But I want to look at the abandoned sections of Route 66 and what is left. Huh? There's some good advice. Only you can change your life for the better, it says. That's so true. I think we've seen this place. Let's jump on the bike and let's ride Route 66. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, you guys. I'm so glad you're jumping on board, and we're gonna see it together. Like I say, we may get lost. We may not find our way at times, but I guarantee you one thing, we're gonna give it our best shot. This is the 100th year anniversary of the Mother Road. This is the road that really united the United States, you guys. Let's jump on the bike, and I'm gonna show you things you've never seen before. And I'm gonna see things I've never seen before. Contact. Let's head to Glen Rio. We've got one more stop over here. Looks like the gas pumps are here. We're gonna say goodbye to our first stop on our Route 66 adventure. The abandoned gas station. We're on a dirt bike, you guys, so we can basically go anywhere. My goal is to ride the old alignment, the pre-1926, the 1926 to 1929 alignments. We may not be able to find them all the time, but we're certainly going to look. Looks like these stations were in competition. Maybe over there is Shell. This is just the beginning, you guys. There's going to be so much more of this. Once again, we're just outside of the ghost town of Glen Rio. You may lose the signal once in a while, you guys. We are on Starlink. It's the only way to do this. But if you lose a signal once in a while, you guys, just hang in there. And it'll come back for you, okay? So like I said, this is the old alignment, the 1950s alignment, I should say, of Route 66. Let's go and let's look at the original alignment. So interesting to be riding out here. To our right is the ghost town of Glen Rio. This is an incredible place. But first, let's just go into Texas, just a short distance. Glen Rio's there, just 2 minutes away. We'll go into Texas, and we'll pretend we're coming into Glen Rio on Route 66. We're gonna start our journey right up here. Look at the old pavements, you guys. This is the original old painting on the road. Let's go. Let's head into Glen Rio, just like they did in the movie The Grapes of Wrath. We're in Texas. We're headed towards New Mexico. Destination, the golden fields of California. Maybe it was the Dust Bowl, and we're wiped out by the Dust Bowl. Or maybe our family was orphaned by the Spanish flu. We're getting a ride to see distant relatives in California. We're headed into the unknown, you guys. Put yourself in the early 1930s and 1920s. And let's look at the ghost town of Glen Rio. We're almost there. They had to widen the road. It was so popular here. They had to make the road wide as they went through the town of Glen Rio. Let's take a look to see what is left. Welcome to Glen Rio, Texas. Maybe you're driving for 100 miles, almost out of gas. This is your original 1920s gas station. It's private residence behind it. There is a residence still of Glen Rio. What a beautiful historic place. There's a car that just, I guess it wouldn't start. You go, guys. This is the famous cafe. The famous cafe of Glen Rio. We won't go inside, it's private property, but we'll just document exactly how it looks after 100 years of Route 66. The Glen Rio Cafe. Look up there, it says diner on the metal sign. Look at the Art Deco awning. Wow, great. There's still the The writing's still there. Cafe. Good. I'm sure it says good food. It's hard to say. It's gone now. Let's keep going. This is just the first place. Maybe even this, you hitch horses to here. Imagine the number of people that went through this door right here to the Glen Rio Cafe. Not a lot of seating. It's not a big building, is it? That is such a cute place. Oh, look at the old wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow frame. And the workers went through there. Out back, probably an outhouse. That'd be my guess. So amazing. We have a lot to see, you guys. We got to keep going. But this is the Glen Rio Cafe and gas station. A couple amazing places on Route 66. This is a big project, you guys. We got to keep moving. I'm live streaming the whole way to California. It's going to take multiple days. Just want to document everything that still exists after 100 years. We're not going to get to everything, but we'll give it our best shot. Still in the ghost town of Glen Rio. There were maybe 100 people that lived here. Over here, it looks like this is the old hotel, you guys. Motel and cafe. This looks newer, of course. That's the original Glen Rio Cafe over here. But this, with the increased traffic, it had to expand. Of course, I'm sort of partial to the older original building, but take a look, huh? Of course, it's been tagged with graffiti, unfortunately. That's always sad. I'd always thought someday, there's so much graffiti on historic buildings that I thought what I would want to do one day is like hook up a sprayer on my truck with maybe get some donations. People donate paint and just come out to all these historic buildings and just spray them all. Just spray them all white. Wouldn't it look amazing? Wow. The tile is still in magnificent shape. It's hard to believe. It must last forever. In this baking sun with no roof. Sorry about any bad words written, you guys. That's not part of my channel. It's a family-friendly channel. I want people to be able to see this for years. Just document exactly what's left before any more damage takes place, you know? Glen Rio is an important place. Very important. It was the, believe it or not, the the New Mexico-Texas border. Glen Rio is right on the border. Half the town is in Texas, and half the town is in New Mexico. This is maybe, I don't know, the dining area. I guess this is the lobby. I should have looked more carefully, try to figure out the layout. It's a big room though. If the live stream flickers a little bit, you guys, it's I'm in between the bike and the walls. Boy, they had amazing windows here, didn't they? Look at the view. You just watch the traffic go by. Not unending stream of traffic on Route 66. Happy anniversary, Route 66. This is our first day of our journey, and I'm really excited. What a great first stop. Oh, let's try. Ah, door doesn't work. Darn it. Oh well. Let's look at the rooms in back, you guys. Might be a little bit of interference with the trees over here, but wow. I was a little delayed this morning, you guys. Believe it or not, I had a flat tire. A flat tire this morning, getting ready to start my Route 66 trip, and I have flat tire. Man. Glen Rio. Don't call your senator. That's what it says. I already got a sliver. How's the signal, you guys? Hopefully you're able to see all this. A lot of this property is owned by the county. People didn't pay their taxes, and it's just been taken over, abandoned because there's no income whatsoever. The place has been just completely abandoned. What we're going to do, of course, we're going to leave everything the way we find it. We're not going to damage anything, just document, walk through. You guys, this is sort of a new not entertainment, but a new medium. Live adventures, okay? We're going to do live adventures. Let's take a look at what would be a typical, I guess this is a typical hotel room. You know, I should, if I had enough time, I would get like pictures, like line up pictures, show you exactly what it looked before and after, but there's so much. It's such an overwhelming number of places between here and California. 1,000 miles of road. Like I say, you guys, if the signal goes in and out, just be patient. It's just a tree or something getting in the way of the Starlink. That's the newer motel in Glen Rio. This must have been, before we go, let's just look at the residential streets, huh? There might still be some people living here. We'll just take a look. We're not actually on Route 66, we'd be in residential Glen Rio. Supposedly this alignment, this road, is the original road. This is actually, supposedly, this is New Mexico, and on that side is Texas. This is a road that separates the sections of the two states, I believe. Somebody might check me on that. Yeah, I know, you're wrong, but that's okay. Let's get back on Route 66. That's what we're here for. I'll go on mic in a minute, you guys. I have a mic, and look at this. Look at how they separated the roadway. There is one business that's recently reopened in Glen Rio. The Glen Rio Smoke Shop. So, Glen Rio, there actually is life in Glen Rio. This is, I believe, the last place you can buy marijuana before you get into Texas. So the border is right there, the road we were on, and this shop is in New Mexico, which is, and then after that, Texas. So we won't film their clients. We're here to see Route 66. There's some, I don't know if you can see the building out there, wrecked sort of. That looks like an old original. It's hand stacked stone. I wish I could get over there. It's hand stacked stone. Let's try it, huh? We're here. Hang in there, you guys. The stream might get a little shaky, but I mean, this is Glen Rio. This is an important place. Let's document this original. Wow, look at this place, you guys. This is like ancient. So amazing. Hold on, my bike's gonna fall. Like I say, all this is unscripted, unrehearsed. Jim is the producer, director, film, videographer. Everything. So I'll take you guys off my head for a minute. Look at the hand stacked stone, you guys. What an amazing building. And then the it is absolutely amazing. Glen Rio, Texas. Welcome to Glen Rio. It's a fixer-upper. Wow. If you look, you guys, I have you need snake boots around here. These are snake-proof leggings. The most important piece of equipment that I own, next to the bicycle tire pump in my backpack. It's amazing how well it's preserved. Wow, I just love this building. I'm sorry. The hand stack stone. How much work did it take, right? What did it take? One guy just stack, and then to figure out which one goes where, and then to mud the walls. Incredible. I love this place. I've never been here before. Let's look in the back. Hopefully the stream holds up. So you got these stone walls. That looks like the addition in the back. The addition didn't do as well as the original building, did it? Okay, let's keep going, you guys. We got a lot to see today. I want to make it to Tucumcari, which is miles away, honestly. Going back on my helmet, back on my head. Hey, you guys, in this interactive Route 66, so there's mods. I have mods in my stream, and if there's something you guys want to go back to, or I missed, or you're welcome to say to like post in the chat, have Jim go back to the cafe or whatever it is, because I'm here to document. And the most important thing, of course, is the viewers. Look at this place, you guys. Sort of the same sort of stone-walled structure. but it's all gone, unfortunately. So this is what's left after 100 years. I'm sure this dates to the original Route 66 alignment. Wow, look at their stove. The legs are amazing, aren't they? Look at these cast iron. They're not cast iron, it's porcelain, I believe. I assume it's got to be, looks like maybe gas though. And then there's their bed. Right here, look at their bed frame. Wow. And back there, the outhouse. Wonder if they had water. It's a water pipe, right? There's a pipe. Must have had water at some point. So amazing. And then let's just look at the back of this house. I know this house is really neat. Sorry. You may, in the chat, you may say, Jim, keep going. We're tired of... Look at all the work they put into that. Stacking these stones. I would only walk in here with snake boots because I know there's rattlesnakes. I've found 3 rattlesnakes recently. What a great place. You come out the back door. Yeah. I don't want to break any of this wood. I want to leave everything just as we found it. I got many days of this, you guys. We're going to try to make it all the way to California. It's hard to believe, I know. Some portions of this ride are just going to be long rides. And if you're on a long, straight section, you know, I'll let you know. And you can like go take care of your business, whatever you need to do, or have it playing in the background. And then, but we'll hit ghost town after ghost town. There's all sorts of cemeteries and interesting things that we're going to look at. That car, I think, rather than original, it's just somebody brought it here to strip the parts off. So okay, may lose the stream. I'm going to hit these trees. Welcome to Glen Rio. One more building, it looks like, you guys. We'll take a look. I'm here to document each one of these places at the 100th year anniversary. Some sort of a stone circle out front. Ooh, there's painting on the wall. We can read what it is, maybe. Yeah, also, you guys, if there's interference, I don't know how to do it, but people like, they hit like a button with like a circle, and then I can try to move the bike away, and then we can get better reception. So there is Glen Rio. I don't know, what is that? Glen Rio, oh, motel? Looks like an M. How could this be a motel? Oh, unless there were the buildings in the back? No, I don't know. We'll go in. I'm gonna leave my helmet on in here, you guys. That roof's gonna come down any minute. So I think I'll just leave my helmet on, just in case. This place isn't gonna be here long, you guys. What we're seeing now, pretty soon is just gonna be a pile of wood. Unfortunately. There's nobody here to shore it up. If I was here, I would like put some beams up and maybe shore the roof up somehow. What do they use? What were they using for wall? Like some sort of, oh, it's like a plaster. Very interesting. And then there's a circle. I don't know what the circle, maybe there's a fountain? Can't imagine a fountain. I don't know, it's hard to say. This looks like this was the last stop in Glen Rio, you guys. I read the chat. I know I'm sort of shooting this for posterity. Also, I love the chat. I love to interact with the chat. It's always if you view it with the live chat. So this is Glen Rio. We're leaving Glen Rio behind us, you guys. The next town is San John. You're not going to believe San John when we get to San John. It's going to make Glen Rio look like, I don't know. But, so, I'm going to have to pull over just for a second, you guys. So this is the section of Route 66. If you read all the guidebooks, I don't know why I have to pull over, nobody's coming. If you read all the guidebooks, it says, don't go that way. That's what all the guidebooks say. It says, don't go that way, go that way. Because this way it's 30 miles of bad road. Sorry guys, I know it's a little clunky. I'm just going on mic, okay? In the theater business, we would call this going on mic. I wanted to be off mic for a while. Going on mic, you guys. Yeah, so this section, they all say, don't go. But it's the original. Whoops, let me get my gloves on. If I go, it's easy to fall on this. It's like driving on marbles. It literally is marbles. It's just these little rocks. They're like shaped like marbles. So we're basically just skidding along. But they say, yeah, this is the real abandoned. Now the very, very original road went that way and then turned left. But this is part of the 1926 100-year anniversary alignment. So this road would have just been Model A's and Model T's and even horse and buggy headed this way. So we have a pretty long stretch here, you guys. So I'm gonna ride it. You're welcome to come along for this ride. I'll be very happy if you come along. And then I'm gonna give you guys my commercial, okay? If you don't mind. This stream, like you're viewing and I get views, it's not monetized, you guys. There's no way to monetize this stream for me. The only thing that funds the stream, oh, I gotta stand up, it's too bumpy. The only thing that funds this stream is super chats, Venmo. If you give me $2, that takes me like 20 miles on this bike. $2 take me like 20 miles. I'm not asking for it. If you just want to watch and you can't contribute, don't. Just by you watching and giving me a like, giving the video a like, that helps push it out to more people where maybe somebody will give $2. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna try to go all the way to California, which is an incredible undertaking, and live streaming the whole way. Previously this never would have been possible. Nobody can live stream on a motorcycle for hour after hour after hour. But that's my goal. So if you guys want to come along for the ride, just come along for the ride. And like I say, it's like riding on marbles here, man. Up ahead, you guys, we're gonna look. I've got this top old. See right here is the original topographic map, and it's matched up. I have it linked to the satellite, so I can see. Like over here, okay, that's the railroad right over there. You can see the railroad. I don't know if you can see it, you guys, but this is how. And up here is an abandoned cemetery. There was a town up here that's like, I don't think there's a trace left. And suppose there's a cemetery off into the distance there. But like I say, this is going to be a very long, sort of bumpy dirt road. You can probably hear my voice. But up ahead is the town of San John, and we're gonna go through all the abandoned buildings there, just like we did. So this is, you know, I just love places like this, you guys. Look at this. So, oh wow, very interesting. So here is, this is the original 1926. Look at the fence posts, you guys. Look at the guardrail. You think that's gonna stop you? You think your Cadillac Escalade this is gonna stop your Cadillac Escalade? No, you're going down there, you hit this. So amazing, completely original. This is what's, after 100 years, it's still here, you guys. And then I don't know if you can see, but so the original Chicago Rock Island Railroad, that was the railroad bed there. Obviously there's no train anymore, because look, that was the bridge across, and now it's just occupied by cattle. So interesting. I thought the railroad was actually there. I want to, there's a lot of people that are really into bridges. They map all of these, and they just let's take a look. Wow, okay. All wood. Very interesting. Well, look at the 2x4s. They just 2x4, 2x4, 2x4. That's how they did it. Just line them up, stack them together. Wood must have been cheap. So it's just 2x4s, and then they put some dirt on top. And they say, okay, it's good. Throw the dirt on top of the 2x4s. Very interesting. Original bridge from Glen Rio. We're going this way, you guys. The sun's going to be in our eyes sometimes, but this is the direction everybody went. You know, they went to California. Very few coming back the other way until later years. As a matter of fact, at one time the road was only 9 feet wide. It was basically like a one-way road. And if you saw a car come in the opposite direction, which was rare, you would just move over into the dirt. The person that moved over was usually the person in the smaller car. Trucks would be on this road. Old trucks with like solid tires. They didn't have air in their tires, just solid tires. There's stories where it's so hot, and the trucks, they go so slow. The trucker, he would just put a brick on the accelerator, because it would just, and then they would stand outside the truck on the running board. They would stand outside just to like try to survive, because the inside the truck was so hot from the engine and the New Mexico heat. Imagine truckers just like standing outside on the running board, one hand on the wheel, heading to California. So like I said, it could be a long straight stretch, and you guys, if you tune out for a few minutes, come back in like 15 minutes, and then or you can stay for the ride. I think it's very interesting. And then don't miss the town of San John. And after San John, we're gonna go to Tucumcari, I believe. Also, you guys, if you're watching along, and then it'd be helpful to me, is if maybe post some information, like when I was in Glen Rio. If someone wants to do a Google search, and then post like one line in the chat, because I always go, after my streams, I always read the chat, and I don't have time to do all the research. I'm looking at the maps, figuring out the routes. You could put like Glen Rio elevation 2,700 feet or something, you know, or you know, population of Glen Rio in 1940, 40 people, you know, just do like some searches or something, and you can help me out that way. Yeah, there's some old ranch houses out there. I don't know if we're going to visit every abandoned ranch house, because it would just be probably completely overwhelming. It looks like an interesting one though. There's another one of those sections, like a little bridge. If I could get over to that ranch, I'd go look. Anyway, back to the run. The original alignment of Route 66 basically paralleled the railroad track. Yeah, they built the railroad track, and then back when they built the railroad track, oh, look at this. Look at this place way out here. When they built the railroad track, you guys, it's the original railroad track. Locomotives, so they had like coal, you know, shoveling the coal, and then they used a lot of water to create the steam to keep going. So they would have, like, Glen Rio originally was for the railroad, and then they have like these big water tanks, and they have to gather water, and then when the train would come, an attendant would pull down on that hose, and the thing would come down and whoosh, fill up the train. Man, that's a house. And the big spout would come down. Passengers would maybe get off for a couple minutes, look around, and then after the train was full, it would head off to the next water station, which I'm not sure the distance. Like, maybe in the chat you could say, oh, train's gonna go 27 miles without filling up with water in 1890. You know, that's interesting information, but I don't have that at my fingertips. That sort of reminds me of, who remembers that old TV show? Not Green Acres. It's the one with Uncle Joe. He's moving kind of. They had the Shady Rest Motel. Doggone it. And then the girls were up in the water tank. What's the name of that show? Guys, can you post that in the chat? What was the name of the show? Where there'd be like the three girls in the water tank and Uncle Joe, and they were running a hotel. They were running a hotel, and there was like a train that used to come by. I don't know if you see that. There's an interesting original house out there too. These are all behind fences, you guys, so we'll respect the private property, of course. And then there's another like stone building over there. Wish I could go over there. What was the name of the show? Petticoat Junction. Petticoat Junction. Yeah, they're like those girls, when they were like, they would take their bath, and they would take their bath in the big water tower. You know, they grab their dresses off the water tower. Betty Jo and Bobby Sue, and let's just take a look at this one too. This is a definite Route 66. It's not behind barbed wire. Petticoat Junction. I used to love that show. So funny. I don't know how they had the riders. Ooh, look at the cars, you guys. Let's just take a look at the cars real quick. This is real Route 66 automobiles out here. Oh, those girls. As a guy, of course, I'm a man. As a young boy watching the show, oh my God, those girls were so beautiful. Betty Jo. Yeah, where's Betty Jo? I think she turned into be like a singer or something. Wow, look at these original Route 66 cars out here, you guys. Look at this vintage iron. This vintage American iron. Wow. So beautiful. They say you should look for, like, in the back seat, underneath the seats, you could look for like coins, like maybe the coins slipped out of people's pockets into the back seat. I'm not going to dig around in there, but that's you know, look at these cars they're not tagged. There's no graffiti. Beautiful, because nobody comes out here. This is the section of Route 66 that's just, look at it, the spring even works still. Wow. This is a section, except the mouse poop. Look, there's a lot of hantavirus in here. Hopefully Gene Hackman's wife doesn't. Ooh, trip over something. Looks like a Cadillac, right, with the fins. Route 66, right? Route 66 is not disappointing at all. I'm not disappointed. Engine's gone. Maybe this was a garage, and this was their like it's junkyard. Wow. Thanks for the super chat, you guys. I appreciate it. That's going to get me way down the road. Cheryl with Little Objects. So fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cheryl. This is really for you guys, you know. I want it to be entertaining. Of course, I love being the star of the show, you know, being out here, being the one. But I'm out here for Cheryl, you know. I want Cheryl to like enjoy this. If you guys weren't here, if you guys weren't along with this ride with me, I don't know, you know, like it's so much like life. It's just like life, you know. It's so much more fun to share life with other people than just to like go through as, you know, it's all, not everybody has somebody. Maybe your husband passed away or whatever, but you know, it's just more fun to have people to share things with. And then I'm sharing this with you guys. Thank you, Cheryl. These are your cars, Cheryl. If, they probably wouldn't miss a hood ornament, Cheryl. If you want me to bring you, this. Look at the chrome. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to take anything off these cars. I'm going to stay exactly as they are. And then it looks like a human, right? Look at the eyes. That thing is classy. How does that hood? Oh, the hood's sort of off. Glad I have my snake boots on. No, the hood, that's how it goes. Yeah, we'll close it better. Anyway. Man, you can probably guys hear me breathing. I'm on mic. This mic is practically in my mouth, you guys. So, if you hear me breathing, you hear me swallow, you'll hear me anything I do, because the mic is, the mic, it's called Purple Panda. Man, is it sensitive. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Those rocks are hidden by tall grass. Route 66, just outside of Glen Rio. We are in New Mexico. We were in Texas before. Whoa, dude. You know, you just gotta be careful. Just goes to show. You definitely have to be careful, you know. Look at that. You gotta be careful. Why do they have this here? Storm shelter? Bomb shelter? I don't know, but it's not well covered, is it? Holy mackerel, you can fall in that. And then if you break a leg, if you fall and then you break a leg in there, if you don't break a leg, you can get out. If you fall in there and then you break a leg, it'd be some sort of like Silence of the Lambs death trap. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Everything you do is a lesson. You see something like that, it's a lesson to watch your step. Tornado shelter. Yeah, tornado shelter. You see, I'll never be as smart as 1,000 people in the chat, because like you guys have experience and life experience maybe I don't have. You know, this is definitely a auto repair shop, you know. They would send, like, your car's breaking down, maybe in Glen Rio, like, oh yeah, it's a guy who does work up ahead. Whoa, it's a freaking owl, dude. Check out that owl. What sort of animal is this? I don't want to disturb him, but there's a huge bird in here. Whoa, there he is. There. Oh, he went out the window. Did you see that? What the heck? Oh, he lives right there. He goes in and out that window all the time. Yuck. Yuck. What sort of poo is that? That's nasty. Right there, you guys see that? I think it's owl? I don't know. Maybe it's Chupacabra. I hear they live around here. If the stream is clicky, you guys, I'll yeah, this is what's left after 100 years, you guys. I mean, imagine how much business went through here. I'm sure there's a living room of the guy that owned this place. Look at his handrail. It's just a piece of pipe. So, oh, look, that the screen door is still intact. Look at that. Ugh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, that's so nasty. Look at that poo. Ugh. But look at the screen door, you guys. It's not ripped. Real metal. You can't get that anymore. Now they're like vinyl. The sun just bakes it in a week. Anyway, I hope you guys are seeing this, because I'm a little ways away from the bike. Yeah, definitely. Pull your car in here. Yeah, pull your car in here, buddy. We'll get it fixed for you. Look at the tires. Even the tires are like, I mean, look how skinny the tires. That looks like it's from Bonnie and Clyde's car. Anyway, oh, God, just break an ankle. Okay, we'll take it up. We're actually at the town of ND, you guys. This says ND, so we're outside of whoa, shoot. This may be the outhouse. Whoa, look, you guys, a basketball hoop. Look, it's the ND playground. Look at that vintage basketball hoop. I can jump and dunk. This is like, maybe Abner Doubleday. No, he's baseball. Who invented basketball? Forget, not Abner Doubleday. That's so dumb. Sorry, guys. Okay, this was the water tower. Used to be a water tank. Betty Jo would be up there, splashing in the water, naked, in a bath. Ooh, look at that. That's like the bunkhouse, right? Right on. Betty Jo be right up there. I was just looking at this, like, it was like a freezer. Anyway, God, there's so much to see. I got 1,000 miles to go, and I've got like 2 miles. Something is going to have to give. I'm going to have to allot more time to this project, or maybe split it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is ND. ND. E-N-D-E-E. Look it up. Wow. Gotta be careful. Maybe that's hiding another pit. You guys want to see the other house? Like I say, like, if there's something you guys want to see, go back, speed up, go off mic, because you can't stand I'm too loud. I remember I was streaming, and I asked those suggestions, and one of my subscribers, she says, yeah, I have a suggestion. Can you shut up for 5 minutes? And I think the answer is no. I don't think I can. Whoa, look at the bunkhouse, you guys. Let's go into the bunkhouse. Dude. I don't want to go in there because I might lose the stream. Looks solid, like rock brick stuff. I don't know. Wow, look at this great. Look at that great water spigot, right? You think it still works? They had water. No. Need some WD-40. Oh, I think it went in a barrel. It went in a barrel. They didn't have water. You pump pressure in the barrel. Put it right back where we got it. You never know what you're going to see in here, you guys. Honestly. What are you looking for? I'm looking for trouble. See any trouble? Yeah, the cemetery's around here somewhere. We'll have to look at the map. And then after that, it's a little bit of a ride. Ah, darn, sorry guys. Like I say, this whole thing is a little clunky. You don't want to get stuck out here, that's for sure. To town. Riding over barbed wire. Which way to the road? Not sure. Yeah, so this is the 100-year anniversary of Route 66. And Exploring with Jim and his chat, and his subscribers, and his viewers, we're out here just seeing what the heck is left. Just want to see where the road to the cemetery. Hold on, you guys, that might actually be it, but we'll go up here, see if it takes me back. Hold on. I just want to visit the cemetery out there. Yeah. Okay, it's a little bit off the road. I got to poll you guys. Do you guys want to go out to the ND cemetery, or should we just continue on? So say yes for cemetery, no for continue on to San John. Yes cemetery, no San John. So it's a little bit of a drive. Go over here and there and then over to the cemetery. It's a poll. I got a yes, I got a yeah, I got a yes, I got a no. SoCal Outdoors 4x4. Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I have like 10 yeses for every no. Okay, we'll go for the no people. You can go take care of your chores and then come back in 5 minutes. And then for the yes people, it's a little drive, but we'll get there pretty quick. The road seems pretty good. We'll pass our cars. And then we're off Route 66 now, but I mean, this is the cemetery for the people that served Route 66. Whether there's even a grave here, I don't know. I've never been here, of course. And so far, we haven't seen one car, one person, the whole time we've been out here. So, yeah, I had a, oh my gosh, you guys, I get up this morning and I'm like, okay, my Route 66, I was so nervous last night about I mean, how it was going to work out. Oh my God, you guys, I'm telling you, I was so nervous. I could not sleep last night. I was like, 1 o'clock in the morning, I was up, just like, so excited about this day. Because something I've just wanted to do. We may not be able to make it, you guys. It may be private property. We'll see if it says like closed gate behind you, because it is private property. Gate, no, let's see. Oh man, so fantastic. It's open. It's open and it's a green, it's a BLM. Let me check the land use map real quick, you guys. And it says go straight here. Just straight, straight, straight. Let's try it. Wow, I see. Remember we were opening these gates the other day. If some of you are along with me. I've been in Arizona, you guys. I've been in Arizona we'll look at that truck when we get back. For those of you that just joined me on Route 66, you weren't part of my past live streams. I was doing live streams for quite a while in Arizona, searching for a missing person. Yeah, it's been quite an experience. But yeah, I'm not giving up on that. I'll go back. But I just wanted to do this Route 66 is the 100th anniversary. Like, it's gonna get hot here, you guys. It's gonna get like in the hundreds, like 200 probably. Wow, you guys are. Thanks so much for helping fund this adventure, you guys. Freebird, oh my gosh, Freebird. Freebird's been with me since the very beginning, you guys. This is one of my longtime subscribers. She was here when I was like now I'm up to like 30,000 subscribers or something like that. But Freebird's been with me the whole time. We've exchanged emails, and it's funny how you do these things and you get to know people. A lot of people have emailed me, emailed back. I always, you know, I try to email everybody back. I guarantee I read it. I guarantee. But sometimes I just get a little overloaded. But what I do guarantee is anybody, if some people give me like $2 on PayPal, but I'll get back to you. I get back to you, and then I always thank everybody that like helps the channel. I try to catch him on the super chat, and then Freebird knows, like, if I happen to if I was driving and I miss her super chat, I mean, we're friends, you know, which I'm friends with a lot of people here, and I know I'll get more friends. It's funny, as I was coming here, I was so excited, you guys. Everybody I talked to, I couldn't help but share what I was gonna do. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be live streaming Route 66. They're like, what the heck? Well, that's right, California. I'm in Texas to California. Okay, we'll go look at the cemetery real quick, and then we'll go to San John, okay? I just, you know, the cemetery, oh, there's tire tracks here. Somebody's been here. Which is great. It's like, there's nothing worse than a cemetery that's just forgotten, you know, and the people are sitting out here in these dry hills, and the biggest enemy to every grave, every cemetery, the biggest enemy is cattle. Cattle is a cemetery's worst enemy, because they just walk and then they like knock things over, and it's right there, you guys. It's very interesting. Let's see if there's a road to get in. My guess is at the top of the hill. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, cattle would just go and they'll knock things over, you know, and knock over the gravestone, step on it, bust it into 1,000 pieces. They don't care. You gotta have a good fence around a cemetery. That's what I've learned. I've seen a lot of graveyards over the years. I don't go to a lot of graveyards, you know. I'm not like one of those graveyard guys that like. We'll just look real quick, but look how many people are out here, man. What, I mean, what do you got? What are all you doing out here in Glen Rio or ND? Thank you, Peggy. Peggy's helping out with the trip. Peggy just bought me some gas. I appreciate that, Peggy. Like, you guys, honestly, if you guys give me $2, you know what I do with that $2? I go out and buy myself some water, some Crystal Geyser, out of the fresh Look at that, man. Died 1910. 1845, died 1910. Jeez. They were out here before Route 66. So we won't spend a lot of time out here, you guys. This looks newer. No, 1936, 37. You know, these also could be people that died on the route. You know, this person, they could have died somewhere while they're trying to get to California. Maybe these are like Okies going across. 1870 to 36, so that's 66 years old. This one is 1890. This one's 47, 48 years old. Lola. Wow, okay. Well, like I said, we got a lot to see, but 1910. April 18th, 1910. So 1910, you guys, that's I think, is that the Spanish flu is 1910? I don't know. I should have paid more attention in history class. So the cemetery exists. World War II, 1991. So this cemetery is still 1967. There's military graves out here. Very interesting. Okay. The 1937 ones are the most intriguing to me, honestly, because it just tells me that maybe people died. And this is 1939. There's another section here. This is cowboy style here. This is what you see in the Old West. Like, this is a real Old West cowboy style grave right there, where they have the, you know, they'll gather the rock. Maybe he's just a short distance under the ground, and pile the rock on top. Keep the coyotes out. Wow. Very interesting. It looks like they do a little section, and then you know what, you guys, I see graves going way out there, further out. So we won't visit the whole place because you guys just got so much to see. But I see a grave way over there. Like, what? How come they're? I don't get it. Maybe the town of San John would bury their people way out here. I don't know. But we visited. It's still here. It's in good shape. We paid our respects to those buried at the Indy Cemetery. You know what? They're not forgotten, you guys. It's on the topo map. We know where it is. And now it's documented on YouTube. Like, something can happen, and let's say I go into town and I leave my bike outside and somebody steals everything. You know, this is already up in the clouds. So bye bye Indy Cemetery. Rest in peace, you guys. You guys, if you can like hit the like buttons, you know, and also because this is just day one. If you could, hopefully I make it today. The front tire slipped out. Hopefully I make it today too. But if you're like, I don't have an X account and all that social media, if you could look up anything Route 66 related. I don't know if they have anything like that on X or Twitter, and share the link, maybe. It's a little hard for me to do it out here. Let's get back to the Mother Road. Man, that cemetery is a long way out. So everybody's up on what's going on. And then I know I've said this before, but I'm going to expand on it. This is just riding. I'm documenting Route 66 from the Texas-New Mexico border. If you go further into Texas, they built a modern highway right on top of Route 66. The Texas Department of Transportation, they said, oh, this is great. It's a great place to build a road. And they just like plowed it under and then built right on top. So from here to Texas real Route 66 people will be like, oh, that's not true. There's lots of original roadway. But you know, you got to go where there's lots of places to look at, and you can stay on the bike for a while. You don't have to drive a half an hour and then show one 10-foot section of road and then like one abandoned gas station somewhere. So I mean, I don't think a section of Route 66 beats this. This is pretty but like I say, all the guidebooks says actually he had it this way, and then you had it like that. Yeah, this part underneath. There we go. That's exactly how it was. Yeah, all the guidebooks say don't come here because it's too rough and there's nothing to see. Yeah, right. Man, whoa. Gotta be so careful where you put the bike. It's just sand. Like I say, it's all unrehearsed, you guys. The bike falls, something breaks. I got a long walk. I don't think AAA comes out here. I just love this rusty gold, right? Rusty gold. Oh, what does that say? This is like, oh, also Glen Rio, where we were, you guys. That's where they got Cars. You know the movie Cars, the Radiator Springs, General Motors truck. General Motors truck. It says, you know how many miles it has on it? Yeah, the movie Cars. I've never seen it, but they say that Glen Rio is the inspiration. This is a shotgun blast, you guys. Somebody shot this with a shotgun. Man, it's tough. If I'm in a shotgun battle, I want to be in that truck. Tougher than a cyber truck. Okay, you guys. I think this is where we were? Yeah. I think the next stop is this it? Look at the map. No. I'm getting lost. I think that circles back. We came in this way though. I know this way goes, so. No. Thought I had a better sense of direction than this. I went this way. Maybe I'll try to go back third time. But to make up some time. Cattle guard. Cars Land. Yeah, Cars Land. I think there's even a ride at Disneyland. Cars Land. I went on that ride one time. The line was like 4 hours long. And the ride lasted like 30 seconds. And it's like a race. And I lost the race anyways. Like, why did I wait like 4 hours for 30 seconds to lose the race? Yeah, I don't think it's Radiator Springs. Maybe there's Radiator Springs out here. Maybe. Boy, you need radiator springs out here. I'm glad you guys enjoying the ride. We got some people in here. Man, it's hot out here, you guys. We got water. Ann, are you sure, Ann? Ann Tuscany, are you sure? If you guys ever make a mistake, Rebecca just helped me out also. If you guys ever make a mistake, like if you do a super chat and then like Ann, I can't, like, that's really generous, Ann. I think I can fix my tire and pay for my motel, but if you meant to spend like $20, like, oh, I made a mistake, you know, and then just send me an email. I'll give your money back, honestly. It's like, I really appreciate the help. Like, and it's very nice. And Becky, I appreciate it. Becky got me over on Venmo just now. So that tells me we're going, since you guys, like, evidently you see value in documenting Route 66, I think we're going all the way to California, you guys. So buckle up. If you know, I'm gonna try to do this every day. Believe it or not, I'm gonna try to do this every day. I don't know how it'll go. You know, who knows? A sprained ankle, but and I'm gonna come on noon Pacific. So I know my mod, Jeep Girl, and Whispering Winds are awesome. They're along for the ride. And we were having a discussion, like, what time is it really? Like, you cross the Arizona-Texas border, and there's like, I mean, the New Mexico border, there's a time zone in there somewhere, and like, is Arizona still on daylight savings time? And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, what time is it? Is it? And then, but I remember my watch is a dumb watch, right? And I never reset it. So it's, my watch is living in California time. So we're just going by my watch. And we're going at noon. And the reason is honestly, it's the sun, because the sun starts to set and it gets in my eyes, and then it's just hard to see. The camera is like, here's another one of those bridges, you guys. You know, how many of these bridges are we gonna see? And then there's like the railroad bridge, the Rock Island Railroad. Bobby Sue, where she gives the water to the Cannonball. Bobby Sue? Betty Joe. Wow, that was a big bridge. It bridged that whole section. This is the original roadway, you guys. Look at the pavement. This is the original pavement. Wow. Okay. I'm just so excited because it's just first day. Like, pretty soon we'll be like, oh, whatever, you know. It looks like there's a bridge here that's out. So like I say, my goal is to always be on the old road, you know. This is a bridge here that's, they say, is a bypass, and I think they say it's unsafe. but it looks safe enough. Maybe unsafe for like truck. Wow, look at this original 19. And but the amazing thing is that all of these guardrails are still here. Like nobody got in an accident and busted them off back in the day. They must have been careful drivers. Okay. Next stop, San Joe. I wonder what this sign says. Road closed. Huh. Well, I guess we better go back. But it's road closed that way. So we just came across a closed road, so whatever. Another super chat? Are you guys kidding me? No mistakes here, Jim. What? Freebird forever. No mistakes here, Jim. Love you, Jim. Love you too, Freebird. Freebird's like, I don't know. She's too nice. Thank you, Freebird. Today's for you guys in the super chats, honestly. I mean, this is your day. Yeah, honestly. Come on Route 66 with me, you guys. Welcome. It's looking good. We can do this. So you may say, Jim, how are you doing? I don't have like sleeping bag and food and all that stuff on my bike. I have my truck, and then I drive up, and then I basically like hopscotching or skipping, or I don't know what it is I'm doing, but what I'm doing is I'm covering it twice. But of course I didn't take this. I drive the freeway until where it intersects the old road based on all my maps, and I park the truck, and then I don't drive this bike on the freeway. I don't like the freeway. There's just too many trucks and dumb drivers, and I'll drive the frontage roads. There's always like a frontage road. Sorry if I'm talking loud, but the wind is in my ears. It's so noisy. Wow, so this is it, you guys. Route 66. This is the section all the guidebooks say don't go on. But we're doing 50. And it's smooth. I'd rather ride here than the freeway. Happy anniversary, Route 66. 100 years, baby. 100 years. It's another one of those stone houses over there. We can't go over there, but we've seen, pretty soon we'll be like, oh, you've seen one, you've seen them all, you know. But it's fenced off. So we're headed to San Joe. San Joe is a real Route 66 town, bustling with activity. the future was bright. But then they built I-40 over there. And at least like Tucumcari and some of the other towns, it's right next to the highway. But San Gio got completely bypassed. And we'll go take a look. Wow, look at all these defunct farms, you know. People's dreams. Like, wow, look at his view. Sort of up on the knoll. He had his propane tank. Power. Man. A house made out of concrete. You know, parts of this journey are sort of going to be sort of sad, you know, like seeing like people's dreams just disappeared. Look at this straight section of road. Wow. You guys got to check this out. This is very interesting. And just for a second. It's windy out here. Oh, look at that. It's made out of let's get closer. He's trespassing. Look at that. It's made out of old railroad boxcars. Like instead of fence. What's inside there? What a trip. How'd they get these boxcars over here? That is rusty gold, isn't it? Oh, you know, the railroad track was over here, the Chicago Rock Island Railway. And they were probably abandoned. I don't know. Look at the printing. The printing is like that old, wow. Yeah. Amazing. Huh. They're like, oh, I know, we'll build it out of boxcars. That's a great idea, Steve. Wow. Whoa. That's so awesome. Huh. These are vintage boxcars here. You expect to see a guy riding inside. Trailer for sale, or, you know, like those hobos, like right inside that. Just wait just a second, you guys. Oh shoot. Wrench, you're probably going, hey, what are you doing over there, buddy? I'm just admiring your. Sure glad I have snake boots on. Wow. Capital Steamliner. Steamliner? Yeah, this is from an original steam train, you guys. So awesome. What else are we gonna find? Yeah, we see some You know, the old hobos be inside there, riding across the country. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Tucumcari. There's too much to see. What's this? What's that guy with that song? Yeah, that's a classic sort of ride inside one of those rail cars. Wow. How's that song go? The hobo song. Trailer for sale or rent. Room to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the road. How's the rest of this song go? The only part I can remember is I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of the names, every hound dog in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. Trailer for sale. I need to Google the lyrics. Man, this is a wild section of Route 66, I'll tell you that. Wow, look at that. Man. Oh my God, it's bumpy. It's like that washboard, you know, the classic washboard road. Man. Road closed. Why didn't they tell me earlier? Wow, look, another person. I've seen this guy before. I think this is a Route 66er. I think it's a Route 66er, I think. We'll go talk to him. Maybe like, oh, what does this guy want? Are you guys Route 66ers? Yeah. Yeah. I got there no problem. Just don't go on the bridge to the right and do the bypass down to the left. And then I got there no problem. I think it says local traffic only, but I think Glen Rio is actually local.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip. Hey, you're on Livestream right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Exploring with Jim is the channel.
Okay. Right.
You'll see yourself right now. Okay. Have a great day, brother. Right, Glen Rio's local. Bronco Sport, he'll make it. talk very loud. I asked him if he's a Route 66er, and he says, yeah, he's trying to get to Glen Rio, where we just came from. And he says, can I get there this way? And he said, yeah, it's the road closed. There was local traffic only, but Glen Rio's local. So I don't know. People get like, oh, you're breaking the rules again. Let's look, you guys. Sorry. These abandoned farmhouses are just too much. Every engineer on every train, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. Wow, look at that place. It looks like a restaurant. No, it's just a huge screened-in porch. So many abandoned buildings out here in New Mexico. We'll go. Somebody's working this place. They just left the gate open for their own convenience, not for me. I'm not hurting anything though. As a matter of fact, I'm helping to improve the road. Next stop, San John. This used to be pavement. This was all paved. But then, with pavement, you get potholes. And then the potholes could get like really deep, you know? And then to fix it, you can't just throw dirt. You gotta like the asphalt. If the road's not maintained, it's better just to have gravel, because you won't get those huge potholes and break tires. All right, you guys, let's take it up to San John. Hang on. Don't fall off the back. I'm just wondering if no, it says do not disturb. If that's the original 1916 surface over there. I don't know. No, that's the railroad bed. I guarantee that's where the train was. Okay. Fall off. Hang on. It seems like 100, but we're only going 65. Wow. Wow. 4,000 foot elevation here. Going too fast. San John village limit. You guys read that? Hold on, I just want to adjust the stream a little bit. Turn down that. Do this. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Dun. Get your motor running. Head on down the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way, yeah, I know I'm gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace, fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. I'm a true nature's child. I was born to be wild. Never gonna die. That looks original, right? Can't make out the sign though. Look at this. Before it was just this small, and then they extended that. I'll get closer. Right? Look, there's the original building. This Route 66 stuff is really taking off. Now look. Yeah, like I say, some of this is going to be a little depressing. San John's going to be a little depressing, I think. Welcome to San John. San John. St. John's? Saint? It's a motel sign. Motel. Only the M remains. You know, you'd say people are breaking it, but it just, the plastic just decays in the wind and the sun and the heat. Hey, we're on Main Street, it says. Main Street and 10th. So people would roll in here. If you went through Glen Rio, maybe it was still light. And then you're like, oh, let's push on to San John. This building, you guys, these used to be everywhere. They're called the Quonset hut, you know, for like a military style. Expect to see Gomer Pyle there. Motel San John. This looks still to be in operation. Good for them. I'll tell you a story here, you guys. We were across the street on another trip, and we were looking over there, and there was a guy. He was staying right here. Maybe he's still here. And we're across the street. I think there, maybe here. And he comes walking over to us, like a beeline to us. I'm like, oh, great, you know. And then he's a little sketchy looking. And, well, there's the gas station. Maybe he's still here. Maybe he'll come over again. Maybe he wants to say hi. And we're over here. He comes walking all the way over here. And I'm like, immediately, you know, my guard's up. And then he tells the person I was with, he says, be careful, I saw a snake over there. And she's like, what snake? You saw a snake over here? She's all worried, you know. And I'm like, I ain't believing this guy. He's sitting in his motel. He's like, yeah, I saw a snake. Wow, like engine and transmissions and yeah, this is the San John service station. Look at this. Pull your Model A in here. They come out, change your tires, change your oil. Welcome to Route 66 100th anniversary, documenting what still remains, you guys. This is an original Art Deco. Whoa, look at this. They had an outdoor lift. What a trip. I want to see that, but yeah, he says, oh, there's a snake over there. She's like, snake? I'm like, don't listen to that guy. He's just trying to like freak us out, like. And I go, what kind of snake? Was this a cobra? Was it a cobra? He's like, yeah, it was a cobra. I'm like, cobra? Remember, they don't have piranha. There's no piranha in Africa. There's no cobra in New Mexico. Well, look at this, you guys. They work on the cars outside, you know? Lift the car up outside. Of course, it doesn't rain, so. Western Lift, San Jose, California. 1972. Wow. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, cobra. I want a cobra. I'm like, get out of here. I think that's his mom over there. Anyway, so when you come to San John, watch out for the cobras. San John is very interesting, isn't it? This town is completely bypassed. This is that's Route 66. This is the original alignment. Expanded. San John built up all around it. And then they built the freeway and it's just wiped out. Yeah, there's gonna be some sad parts of this tale. So this says lubrication, feed and seed, Quay Company Co-op. Looks like the roof is still sort of holding up. When the roof goes, the rest of it goes. This is a great place, isn't it? Hang your jackets right there. Probably your coveralls. No, I don't know. No trespassing. I'm not trespassing. I'm just looking. Watch out for the cobras. Route 66 100-year anniversary. This is what is left. I'm gonna leave these videos up forever, you guys. Just, I think I can go off mic, you guys. And off goggle. And off helmet. And drink water. Cause it's hot. Oh, I'm gonna ghost town. Thought this was maybe a restaurant. I'm not sure. Oh, there's a kitty cat. See? Kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. And then this is what's pretty interesting. You guys look over there. There's actually a adobe. It's like they built all of this onto an adobe walled structure there. Much older. See the adobe walls? Mission or something. San John. Welcome to San John. Next door we have something very special. You're not going to want to miss what's next door. I'll take y'all next door. And then we'll go across the street. This is what's still left after 100 years. And we'll take a look at the rest of San John, okay? You guys, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? This is what everybody wanted to see. Whoops, I forgot to drink water. Let's see, where are we gonna park? I think we can block the sidewalk. I don't think anybody's coming, right? This, you guys, is the world famous, world's biggest flip-flop. What a classic Route 66 tourist attraction. The world's biggest flip-flop. Man, I mean, I wear a big shoe, but even I couldn't get that on. Very nice. What a well-maintained place. If you guys come do a Route 66 trip, you guys, and even if you're in the area, you want to stop by, or you see where I'm at, give me a wave. Say, hey, Jim. If you guys are out on Route 66, like I said, I'm gonna keep going west. See more of this. The world's largest flip-flop. That's crazy, right? I gotta drink water, you guys. Hold on. How's my hair? Welcome to the 100th anniversary tour of Route 66. Happy anniversary, Route 66. Like I say, my grandmother, maybe I didn't say, my grandmother came across here as a 14-year-old orphan. Let's go say hi to the lady inside. Let's see if she's friendly, yeah? This will be the big test. Oh man, you guys, I got a fuel warning light? How's that possible? I need gas already? Gosh, I need gas, you guys. Let's turn the bike off. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. I thought I filled up with gas. How far have I been riding? Love your place.
Thank you.
I'm live streaming on YouTube, but can I bring my my viewers inside? How's it going? My name's Jim.
Hey Jim, I'm Jimmy.
All right, good to
Nice
see
to
you.
meet you, buddy.
Happy 100th anniversary, yeah?
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Fantastic. So I'm actually riding from Glen Rio to California,
Okay.
live streaming the whole way.
Very nice.
So I'm trying to document the way Route 66 looks 100 at the 100-year anniversary. So, you know, maybe 20 years from now, people can look back and say, wow, you know, that's what it looked like then. So, but the world's largest flip-flop will still be here.
Yes, it will.
It'll be here in another 100 years,
It'll
right?
be long past I'm gone.
Right. Thank you, Jimmy. So I'm just telling anybody on YouTube you want to stop by here, and then we have all sorts of Route 66 memorabilia, you guys. Looks like some handmade items here, which yeah, some fabulous stuff. Look at the coat rack up there with billiard balls. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you make that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Make everything.
Fantastic. So come on down here, you guys. 100-year anniversary, Route 66. Tell him Jimmy sent you. Good to meet you, brother.
Hey, please feel free, go around back, touch everything.
Okay, thanks. I've got 1,000 miles to go, and the last 5 miles took me like an hour already. So thank you so much, Jimmy.
Be safe.
Okay, thank you. I will. Here you go, you guys. Look at all this great stuff he's got here. Nice that he's preserving it all, you know? Nice of him to preserve it. Such friendly people out here. I need gas. How can I need gas? She asked Jim if there's a gas station in town. I'll make it to Tucumcari or whatever the name of the town is. Thanks for helping the trip, you guys. I appreciate it. It's only day one. I think we'll yeah. So yeah, it's taken a while just to get the first couple of towns, right? But the thing is, you guys, a lot of Route 66 is it's already been. Oh, my gas light is off. I don't trust that. A lot of Route 66 is wiped out, you guys. They like the freeways went through, and they just like blasted through, and then like these little sections that still exist. These places are really important. So let's finish up this side of the street, San John. Like I say, this whole trip is gonna be you guys. Wow. It says Smith's Cafe. Smith's Cafe has been closed for quite a while. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Framed by a couple of trees. Smith's probably live right here. I bet they own both pieces of property. They had a hotel in back. Smith had his cafe, his house, and then he operated a motel in the back for travelers. That looks like an early motel too. That's a relic there. I see a gas station there. Shoe swing. Let me get you guys where there's a what? Look at the wagon wheel up there. Shoestring. Shoestring ceramic shop. Shoestring ceramic shop. Shoestring in the line. Giving way a little bit there. Good shape. Metal roof. This place will be here around for a long time. San John. Let's finish this main street and then we'll go get gas. Well, I'll get gas first. Let's get gas. Here's a gas station. Should we get gas here? I don't think we're getting gas here. Guys, there might be a little trouble with the stream, okay? Because I'm going to be under this gas awning. Shoot, gas. It's okay, Freebird bought me gas. Thanks, Freebird. You're awesome, man. Come on, there you go. I think they put credit card here. Oops, oops. Put the chip in the right way. Man. Oh, don't look at my code, you guys. How was that? You guys see anything? Yeah, like I say, it's not remove nozzle. Let's get premium, huh? It's all about logistics. This is what happens on a long stream. Here, guys, right there, San John. This is like new when I started this trip. There we go. Probably gets 75 miles a gallon. Would you like a receipt? I don't think so. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the rest of San John and get some candy bars and some chips. I know, right? My riders need some snacks. Let me get you guys some candy bars, some snacks. I'm gonna eat not candy bars. I'll come out with a granola bar. Like, oh, here, I got you something. Here's your granola bar. Let's do the rest of San John, then we'll go up to Tucumcari. Tucumcari, you guys are gonna flip. when you see that place. We'll do the whole thing. We'll do Tucumcari, San John to Tucumcari, and that'll be like I say, a lot of Route 66 is for sale or lease restaurant. Anyway, let's just do one street of San John. Let's take a look. I think it'd be inexpensive living in San John. I don't think they'd charge you too much for this place, you know? Nice tree in the front yard, you know, it's a little work. To get rid of the mice. Streets are paved. Look at it. People living here. It's nice. Big city nearby. No traffic. A lot of people just moved on though. Is to hop like a lot of Route 66. There's really nothing to see. It's just been wiped out by the highway, and those sections will skip. But there's some other towns very similar to Glen Rio right up ahead. We'll go here. I got to go back on mic. Let's stop real quick and go back on mic because I'm going to. It's going to be a little bit of a drive on the yeah, like I said, it's just a little clunky. Take off the helmet, the mic back on. So if you guys got feedback on if you have ideas like I'm going too slow, going too fast, I think I might sort of be going too slow because we got so much to do. So the next town is Tucumcari. So we're going to take it up here a little ways. You're going to want to see Tucumcari, believe me. And it's still a town, but wow, look, I love the old signage, right? Truck flat repair, auto parts, emergency AAA road service. With the old 66 logo from many years ago. San John Auto Repair. That's sort of freaky, yeah. The ghost of San John is banging around back there. Is there somebody in there trying to get out? What's that right there? Wow. That's original Route 66, isn't it? That's classic. 100-year anniversary. That's what it looks like after 100 years. What a place. You know, I love old highways. Just, and then I'm always in a hurry, you know? Always like, I gotta get to LA, or I gotta get to Texas, or gotta get to Washington, D.C. But this trip, the road is the destination, you know? This is the destination. So I'm here, you know? It's not like I'm passing through and just looking at it and then moving on. I'm here. I made it. I'm home. Auto parts. Wow. So the road is the destination. The tank is amazing. I think it's an air tank. There's a fire over there somewhere. Anyway, let's take it up to let's look at the original. This looks like an original 1920. I mean, this is the motel, you know? I mean, this is it. Something you think of, an original sort of old Route 66 motel. This is it. That was the sign. And it was in neon, had some neon. And you'd park here. Wow. Look at the clothesline. They don't have a dryer. Wire clothesline. Office. And then you walk in, you know, maybe Bonnie and Clyde, right? Bonnie and Clyde were running around here in the 20s. And then maybe Miss Bonnie Parker go inside there. Clyde waited in the car. You got a room? Yeah, but all we have is the little one. What sort of room is that? Is that like a hotel room? Yeah. Miss Bonnie Parker go in. Clyde, we got a room. Which one? Number 3. And there's the wall heaters and the bathroom back there. Maybe a little kitchen. Is this a hotel room? What sort of it's like something on a Knott's Berry farm or something. Like I can't even, the dimensions are so bizarre. It's so small. I mean, what? It's such an amazing structure for something so small. It's the workshop. Man, the man that was here was he had everything. All his glues, turpentine, wire. He could fix anything. There's the addition onto the office. Maybe they rented out that. Old Plymouth. These look like you could still live there. No graffiti, no broken windows. Just waiting for people. The door's open, but that's amazing. Yeah, I'm in New Mexico. This is the town of San John, New Mexico. This is an amazing place. You guys want to look at unit number 2? Open the trunk. No, I'm not going to open the trunk. We can look at unit number 2. This is just complete coolness out here, you guys. This is just, I mean, what a beautiful place. Look at these units. The linen really ready. This is a linen room. They must only rent one room. Wow. Should close the door so it doesn't close the door. Don't get like mice and stuff come in. Just help preserve this place. Anyway, what if I close it better than that? Come on, baby, close good. Go close. There you go. That'll close. That's incredible. This place is like the original 1920s motel for Route 66. Anyway, glad I stopped. Bye, San John. But we are back on the road, headed to California. Whoa, one more stop. Look, it's like the Crooked House. The Crooked House at Knott's Berry Farms. Knott's Berry Farms. Huh. It's not as interesting. It's like a, I think it was a business. I like the motel. Bonnie and Clyde's motel. I can see them right there. They were sort of in this area, you know, Texas, New Mexico, Iowa. The story of Bonnie and Clyde is the one the old folks knew. The story of Bonnie and Clyde. If you listen, I'll tell it to you. Clyde barrel wouldn't work, so he chopped off his toes in a punch bowl prison where he got his parole. Traveled to Dallas where he found him a friend. It was Miss Bonnie Parker, and it's where it all began. They found them a driver for their getaway Ford. They were soon well known through a dozen states and more. Then Clyde's brother Buck and his pretty wife Blanche joined them, and that made up the famous Barrel Gang. Bonnie Parker was a poet, Blanche Barrow was a cook, Clyde was a fast draw, and Buck was smart at book. Their driver was a wonderful mechanic, so they say, and soon they were all famous in their own peculiar way. The stories were so many you couldn't read them all. The legend grew and grew about the Barras and the law. The Barra gang swept through the land and made a world of friends, but realized too late they had come to meet their end. Like a 20-minute drive, I think. That's intense. Gotta tighten my helmet. No wonder I'm out of gas. Man, there's a bikers over here on the freeway. They're like, hey, we're like, hey. You guys couldn't see me wave, but we all wave back. Motorcyclists, it's a fraternity, you know. So we're gonna take it up here, you guys. I don't think this is actually Route 66. They say, I think it's wiped out, or I don't know. I looked around here on the map and the topo. It was here, but whether it's here or there under the freeway, so, but it doesn't look like it. This is a freeway frontage road, but we'll take it up. We'll find it. There's a very important spot right ahead. Whoa! Yeah, see, those are the parts of the stream. Like if somebody's doing a long form video, Route 66, they would, you know, they would cut that out. But when you're live, when you're live, and then you can't cut anything out. You just go, you know. So we went, and this is an important historic site, you guys. I wish I knew it's a store in between. It's a store in between. I wish. It's almost. I need somebody following along with the map. I know, right? I should be doing all this work. Aha! The historic Cedar Hill grocery store. So that's where we're at. We're at the historic Cedar Hill grocery store. Welcome. So we just want to take a look at this, you guys, because this is like a you know, one of the very historic sites, and it's actually BLM land, you guys. The fences just keep the cattle in. It's not to keep the live stream out. Oops. The historic Cedar Hill grocery. There used to be gas pumps here. 2 gas pumps. And this awning is collapsed. This is maybe a... Wow. Look at the roof, you guys. Got to check this out. Check this roof out. No. Look at that. It's made out of tin cans. Look. Oil cans. Oil cans packed together to make, like they didn't have material for the roof. Look, motor oil. Oil can. All these tin, like they took all the tin cans apart and then made a roof. Gulf, it says, Gulf oil. So incredible. What a lot of work. Take all those cans apart, tack them together. Whoa, the whole roof is like that. Look at the whole roof is like that. The whole roof is tin cans. The historic Cedar Hill grocery store. Imagine how many tin cans that took. Unbelievable. It's like one of those things you don't want to fall in. Jeez. Maybe, you know what that is? I know that's a septic tank. I'm sure they had like a septic here. Everything would flow in there and then get eaten by the enzymes, and then nothing but pure water would come out the back, right? We can't go out there because it's too far from the bike, but just more to this historic Cedar Hill grocery store area. Very awesome. But this is the building. This is the place. This is the important place. Look at those tin cans. Man. It's great it's not vandalized, you know. No graffiti here. Thanks for the respect. Yeah, there's a restroom here. I see the sewage pipe going over to the little makeshift septic tank. More of these tin cans. So amazing. Just tacked individually. You guys are history buffs. There you go. How many people come in here and it's like a grocery store right out of the old West. I wouldn't doubt this even predated Route 66. Come on in. It's got a good roof. Boy, that's good wood. Look at this. It's 2x6. The Cedar Hills grocery store. Beautiful, man. And the mud dauber nest. Ugh, one of those eagle nests. Or owl, I think. Owls living in here just like that other place we saw. Don't want to step on a nail. And there's the men's room on this side. I don't know. This is what's left of the historic Cedar Hill grocery store, Route 66, on the 100-year anniversary. Happy birthday, Cedar Hill Grocery Store. 100 and you're still kicking. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. I'm really excited about this stuff. And then it's going to go up on YouTube, and then if anybody wants to look, the stream will be titled Glen Rio to Tucumcari. If you want to check it out, it'll be here for years. So you can see what they could. It'd be fun sort of to, like, in years, a few years from now, like play the video and like follow and do what we did, and then they could compare. Oh, I almost lost my gloves. You guys need to go back on mic, I think, because otherwise the wind noise is too much. Let's take it up to Tucumcari. I wanted to stop here. You guys should come out, do a Route 66 trip. And then, thing is, you got to sort of do some research. Like there's like some Google Maps and some sites. But some of them don't take you, on the old section of roads. But with just a little bit of research, you can figure it out. They just simplify it. Maybe Bonnie and Clyde stop by that place. Here's the old section of road, you guys. Look at that. The old section of road just goes right here. Very interesting. And then it looks maybe the bridge was unsafe. And then they pedestrians prohibited. Yeah, this is the old bridge right here. So pedestrians are not allowed, but I guess motorcycles it's okay. I don't think I want to swim in that water. Maybe that's the Red River. If it's not, it's sure a good substitute for the Red River. Go through the velvet rope, past the welcome sign. Yeah, it's a nice section of old road. It hasn't been wiped out. You can still see the original paint, original lines. Like I say, this trip I want to be on the old road. The road is the destination. Wow. Wait, hold on. Look at this. Look at this old billboard. Here's an original for the old road. Some sort of, big sign here. Eat at Mary's restaurant. Nobody's going by to read it anymore, are they? We are. Very interesting. "100 years. We'll take it up to Tucumcari. You'll be very interested in that. It's like a big, huge town, but very much affected by the loss of Route 66 traffic. Man, that's intense, you guys. Hey, you guys, how's the stream coming through? Just, because I've been rolling here. Let me know, is the sound still working? Camera okay? You say good, or whatever sort of adjustments that need to be made. We're almost there, honestly. Somebody says check the speaker, so I don't know. Great, good, perfect. How can this be good? Oh my goodness. Really? Yeah, I'm telling you, I have to get some earplugs. It's so... I'm watching you from France. Wow, that's awesome. Let me see. I'm watching you from France. Carles Puchikaguan. That sounds French. It sounds legit. Hi, Susie. Enjoying the scenery. Thank you, Susie. I'm glad. I don't know, like, you know, you guys were a lot closer to California, I tell you that. We just blasted through all these miles. I was wondering why I'm out of gas. I'm like, well, wait, this makes a lot of sense. The motorcycle's like, I'm like pegged all the way. The wind is blowing me backwards. So your hair is 20 miles. Nina says her hair is 20 miles back. Hey, I'll turn around and go get it for you, Nina. It's not the first thing I've lost on this trip. It seems like each day as I go through, I'm missing something. You know, it's like you know those little chargers you plug into the wall. I'm like, hey, how come I only got one? I thought I had two. And then like one's missing. And then like another one of those white wires. You know, you charge your phone. And like, see, now I have to have like an adapter on an old one. Like, where's that other wire go? Like, I'm sure the housekeeping like has a whole drawer full of it. We're almost there, you guys. The town's right there. We'll go through Tucumcari. I think you're gonna find this very interesting. A friend of mine's over here. We're gonna stop and see a friend of mine here. Well, he's not a real friend. I just talked to him earlier. I saw him and I said, hey, we're gonna be live streaming. He says, hey, come on into my place. I'll show you my cars. So this guy, Danny's got all of this rusty gold. You can come in here. He's got like cars for sale, you know, Bonnie and Clyde cars. I used to have a Scout, you guys. Man, I love my Scout. I had an International Scout. Buick Riviera. Look at this rusty gold, these classics. Think about Arizona. Wow, look at that. See, this is what they came across Route 66 in, you guys. That's it. These old jalopies. Man, that would be a job, wouldn't it? The real hot places you have to drive at night with the headlights that hardly work. I told him we were live streaming. He's like, come on in. Wow, do you guys remember that movie, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? And then that Englishman, he was driving this. And then Sylvester crashed him. Wow, we found some of these cars like this out in the desert. Rusty gold, huh? How come it's not starting? There we go. What would it be like driving this across Route 66? Man, there's not much room, is there? You'd have to be good friends, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe Clyde's standing on this. The bank getaway. Yeah, you guys can, when you're here, you can stop by here. He sells some Route 66 memorabilia. Super nice guy. Let's look at the other cars, and then we'll take it up to Tucumcari. Tucumcari you're going to find very interesting. I got some Ramblers. Studebaker. These old cars. I think most of my viewers, maybe you guys aren't into cars, but I love old cars. You guys want to go meet him? I'll go inside and tell him thanks. Now, this is a Bonnie and Clyde car right here. Wow. They found them a driver for the V8 Ford. We'll go thank him. Thanks for letting us film here, huh?
How you doing?
Good, man. Fantastic.
Space or what?
No, I'm actually live on YouTube.
Oh?
Yeah, we're live streaming Route 66.
What channel is that on?
Exploring with Jim.
Exploring with Jim?
Exploring with Jim. Yeah, we got like 1,500 people watching right now.
Wow.
And I'm inviting them to come on in and spend some money at your place. Have a great day.
Thank you.
That wasn't actually the same guy I met earlier. I think the owner, I think he's... This guy's probably like, hey, what are you doing here? Maybe he didn't even pass it down. You know what? Live from Texas. Is that even? We'll find out. It may not be. Sorry, we'll go up to Tucumcari, and then yeah, you'll be interested to see what Tucumcari is like, I think. We'll let this car go by. Hold on. I'm not used to cars on the road. I'm gonna let this car go by. It's the only car that's been behind me in like 2 hours. So the original route, you guys, through here is sort of indistinguishable, but we can take it up right over here, Route 66, and we'll celebrate the 100th anniversary through the town of Tucumcari, and after we get out of its former self. And John, but larger. I actually I stayed here at the Quality Inn right here. This is where I stayed last night. And then, yeah, there's the Exploring with Jim exploring vehicle. And we'll load up and go back. It doesn't look open, but it's open. Nice place, great people. I was thinking of leave. I'm technically not even staying here. He's like, yeah, sure, leave your truck there. And then there was a number of people staying here last night. So yeah, if you need a place, in town, most everything's full, but out here in the outskirts, they don't charge a lot here. I'll tell you that. So this was the original Route 66, you guys. This is like the 26, the 1940s alignment and the 50s. And if you look, it was like a veritable freeway at one point, because there was no freeway over there. And then look at street lights the whole way. You come into town, this would have been your first gas stations. This is your first gas station. Look at all the glass, like the whole front. The whole front is glass. That's amazing. Yeah, here's another sort of, this town is hanging on. There's still, like, you know, there's people living here and businesses, but Route 66 passed them away, and man, it's much harder to make a living in Tucumcari. They get a lot of business from the Route 66 tourist traffic. This is one of the main towns people stop at. Take it up. We got a motorcycle buddy. What do you think the chances this guy's gonna wave? What do you think the chance he gives us is a low wave? Watch, it's a low wave, you guys. A low wave. The head nod. It was a head nod. It wasn't a low wave. Hey, maybe he's not clued in. You gotta do the low wave. There's another vintage Route 66 100-year anniversary business. There's a bigger gas station here. Oh, sorry. And this is Tucumcari Inn. Okay. This is the Tucumcari Inn. And rooms at the time were $29. Yeah, when Route 66, when Highway 40 bypassed Tucumcari, it took a lot with it, didn't it? You see yourself on the stream? Sad, huh? Yeah, dude, part of this trip is sad because it's just, there's other parts that are like Seligman. It's just booming and better than it ever was. It's a Route 66 destination. Wow, there's more back here. People are buying these. You can buy these for like cheap, and then you know, rent out residential rooms. Or it's problematic though. Yeah. Pool. Tucumcari, New Mexico. I'll take it up to the next one. This is a Route 66 motel. These guys are open. 100-year anniversary. Wow, this place is nice. Look at the windows, the 1950s style, sort of the, what do they call that? Eichler, sort of the Eichler look. I think we found Amelia Earhart's plane. Yeah, come on here. This is a historic Route 66 hotel. It'd be fun to stay at a place like this. Tucumcari. Another service station. Looks like a private Kerr McGee. You know, honestly, no, it says repair. Chris is the owner. Chris. Look at those lights, are like gigantic. Lit. This looks like an old one here, you guys. This is an old one. History. I don't think anybody stayed here in a while. Yeah, when a town gets bypassed by the freeway, man. The Route 66, the original intention, a cross-country road, of course, but just to link towns, you know, to link all these towns. And these towns were like individual towns, and then there wasn't a lot of commerce, a lot of traffic between towns. So the guy that came up with the idea, let's build this highway that just like links all these towns that are out in the middle of America. And I love that sign, right? The Palomino Motel. They're open. They got some customers. Palomino. Texaco. Let's look at TP Curios, you guys. This is the classic Route 66. This is everything Route 66 is, honestly. Look at this. It's the look at the stream facing right. The sign, so beautiful. Look at, what a classic with all the lettering outlined. Should we go inside? How's it going, you guys? Great. We're live streaming to YouTube right now. How long you guys been open?
Since 1942.
1942. Fantastic. Was it always sort of a...
It was a gas station at first, and then when they widened the route, it became the Curio.
Fantastic. And I got a shirt here today, you guys, so come on here. Come on in here if you're in the area. And then, yeah, family-owned business here in Tucumcari, the classic Route 66. Thank you, guys. Okay, will do. Bye-bye. The classic Route 66 gift shop. Anything you want is in there, Route 66 related. Happy birthday, Route 66. Yeah, that place is cool. So we'll finish off Tucumcari and just, you know, I really don't like the devastation, but I mean, it's the story of Route 66. It was bypassed, and then this town was bypassed, and people stopped coming, motels closed. That's interesting. I wonder which room. Clint Eastwood was here in 1959. See, that's look at the difference, you know. Maybe this was the nicest hotel in town. At least this doesn't have a bunch of graffiti. There's the pool. Wow, that's an old pool, isn't it? Beautiful. I didn't see the no trespassing sign until I came back. There's the price of gas. You can compare it to wherever you are. $3.82 a gallon. motels. Let's just go around one block. Town's almost over down here, but let's make sure we see all of Tucumcari. TVs and VCRs on sale. We service all major brands. Wow, there are more motels in the back, a couple blocks back. Look at all these. They must have really had a lot of people coming through this road, right? Man, fill up all these motels. Built to last though, built out of solid brick. We'll take it up to Tucumcari and then see how far the road takes us. I think there's a very interesting section of Route 66 today. Starting Glen Rio. No, Glen Rio, yeah. It's all one word. It's not Glen Rio, it's Glen Rio. Glen Rio. There you go. And there's a Family Dollar. Pretty old section of town here. Yeah. Plymouth Rambler service. Not much call for Rambler service today, I don't think. Well, there's some Ramblers right here. Wow. What an adventure. Okay, guys. That's actually going to be the end of the stream for the day. Thought it was really interesting seeing what's left. Glen Rio to Tucumcari, right? Thanks for joining me on the first episode of my multi-episode, I think, ride from Texas to California, the 100th anniversary of Route 66. I'll be on tomorrow noon, right up ahead. The freeway closes Route 66. It disappears under the freeway, and we're going to take it up a little ways up the road. And we're going to hit a couple more ghost towns up there and see very interesting things. And we're just going to see what's left of the mother road. And we did that today. We're documenting what's left after 100 years. And I want to thank everybody for coming along with the ride. And I appreciate all the love and support. And I'm going to keep going to California, okay? Come to the ride and see you tomorrow around noon. The notification bell. If you click notification, get in your phone and make sure you go to notifications, and you have to enable the YouTube notification as well. So if you go to settings and then go down to notification and then go down to each one of your apps and YouTube, and you can click that, and then that way you'll actually get the notification if you hit the notification for the Exploring with Jim YouTube channel. So this is something completely new, you guys. It's live exploring on a motorcycle, and it's sort of a new form I came up with. We're giving it a shot on Route 66, 100th year anniversary, and it's the 250th anniversary of America. So we're doing it all in one shot here at 66. Thank you so much for joining me. The Lord blessing you until again. We're in it to win it, and I love you all. Bye.